Yeah, this is tough. This is really, really tough. No joke. When injuries happen, this sucks. Um, oh man, a lot is going to be changing with a certain position group. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over the defense in general, couple of player, and obviously we're going to go over some things with Sean Desai. So not a crazy video, but sucks, man. Sucks to see injuries. It's horrible, but yeah, let's get straight into it all.
We better drink. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
What is going on, guys? I hope everyone's trying to have a good day today because the news came out, which I didn't see before. Zech McPhearson is going to be out 7 to 8 months, something like that, with an Achilles injury. It really sucks. You've already lost Sean Bradley. You've already lost. Now you lost Zech McPhearson. Maro Jomo had a neck injury. Tyree Cleveland had a neck injury. Thank God those two are fine and they're moving and we're good. Things are that serious like that. It's really scary at times. Your cornerback spot now is going to be very interesting. Zech McPhearson was supposed to be your backup nickel corner, and it was really him and Desai'S Scott, and and obviously there's a lot more competition in the back end. So if you're looking at guys that are going to make this roster now, who's going to take his place? Interesting enough, if it's for the nickel spot in general, I think it could be Goodrich. I know Goodrich and him have been kind of going back and forth at that spot as well. But so how this changes, like another what? You have Avonte Max, you have James Bradbury, you have Big Play Slay. So I think it's going to come down to Job. I mean, I don't know. It's going to come down to Job. It's going to come down to Keely Ringo and Eli Ricks. I guess is going to have a better chance to make this roster, I guess. Even though I didn't think he played horrible, I think he slipped a couple times. I think there's a couple times, he backpedal slipped. There's a couple times he kind of was out of motion with a couple of his coverages in the game, but didn't play bad. I think there were some mistakes in that. This sucks because we really were, Avonte Max is a huge liability at the nickel spot. It's just what it is, and McPhearson was really going to cover that up as a nice backup for us. Now not being here, it could be Goodrich most likely, or I don't know. I mean, I really have to see more of what these corners are going to be able to do because, I think Ringo's definitely going to get a shot. Job is going to get a shot. And, Eli Ricks, I think there's a good chance he can make it. Guys are going to have to grow up real fast in this corner spot because losing a guy like this just sucks, man. Like, I don't want it to be one of those years where this team has such a great roster and then they just fall apart week by week with injuries, and you have over 5 to 10 guys listed on the injury report every week, and guys are coming off and guys are going back on. And we've had those seasons before, and they're scary. It's really tough to stay it's tough to stay healthy. No wonder there's only 3 preseason games. No wonder, that preseason's not the same as it used to be anymore. It used to be like you put your stars in for a series in the first game. Then your starters play for, have a dress rehearsal for a whole half. You know what I mean? Things used to be so different with preseason, but these guys just get hurt so damn easily. And, like we had 2 guys carted off. You know what I mean? It's nuts to see that, to watch a game, try to enjoy it, and you can't enjoy it because you're just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, it's just guys are dropping, the bodies are just dropping like nonstop. So I know Justin Evans has played a lot of nickel as well, so maybe they'll move him around a little bit, but I know they've been moving around Goodrich. I know Goodrich and Desai'S Scott, and we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happens. Obviously, after next week, they're going to start making cuts. You know what I mean? They have to do the cuts in one day, so we'll see what happens here. But this sucks. I'm like sitting here, been staring out in the space like, man, this really sucks, man, because McPhearson was really having a good offseason. And then going into next year now at McPhearson, then you got to figure out, like, is he going to be the same player? Because an Achilles injury sucks. It's worse than a torn ACL, in my opinion, to come back from. Well, the good thing about it, it's not good, but the good thing about it is that he's young. Okay, at least he's not an older player because you know I don't know how Brandon Graham came back from that injury and had double-digit sacks because that's the hardest thing to really come back from. I've never had an Achilles, but I heard it's rehabbing and your mental state and it's a lot to really overcome. And same with Sean Bradley, man. Like it sucks, man. So I hope Eli Ricks gets a shot. That's what I'm hoping going forward, and we'll see. Now, Sean Desai, interesting enough, man. I mean, kind of from the corner of my eye, watching the whole Browns-Eagles preseason game, I thought Sean Desai called some really good plays. Like, he's got a lot of movement to his defense, in which I already expected anyway. You have guys going into coverage, and, he probably blitzed more than I've ever seen Jonathan Gannon blitz last year, so thank God. And from what I'm seeing so far, it seems like he's going to get, he's really going to get some good coverage. He's gonna have a lot of different motion, disguising coverages. And with the players that he has right now, even with Nolan Smith, as much pressure he was getting the other night, I mean, imagine Hassan Reddick on the other side. I mean, it's gonna be, the defensive line is gonna be absolutely crazy. But I'm really glad what Sean Desai has done this whole offseason so far, at least for training camp and joint practices, and how he's not playing favorites, how he's giving everybody a fair chance, that literally he's trying to find out all the strengths and weaknesses of every single player. Kind of like what, the good examples like Zech McPhearson from the other night, they've really liked Zech McPhearson a lot, and they threw him to the outside. As much as he's not an outside guy, they threw him over there because they just want to see a little bit more of what he could do. And I really like that he does that with a lot of his players, and like I said, does not play favorites, and he's really into the competition of camp. Like, not every coach is always into competition and guys fighting for roster spots, but he will not even make a depth chart and be like, no, I'm not doing a first team, second team, or third team. Like, I'm giving everybody a fair, equal shot. They put him in a good position to win a football game or to be successful, at a position. And that's a great thing. You know what I mean? I can't really complain about that. Sean Desai has shown a lot. And, we'll get to the regular season, see what happens when he gets these full, these number one starters at his disposal. But I'm pretty pumped about it, pretty excited about it. I have nothing to complain about. Even one of his players that I was really happy about was Zach Cunningham. I mean, he was making tackles. He was in coverage. I mean, he's only practiced a few days. I mean, really, he got here at the open training camp, and he only practiced for a few days. I mean, really hasn't been much time with Zach Cunningham being here. I think he's the highest one on the list right now when it comes to linebackers. Nakobe Dean, obviously, with that pop at the goal line with the fumble and him just flexing on the sideline. It was the most exciting thing I ever seen. You know what I mean? Miles Jack, not much there. You know what I mean? So Nicholas Morrow Nicholas Morrow did good on the coverage of that, I think that was a Zach Cunningham, tackle. I think it was Nicholas Morrow that kind of smelt out that screen pass, kind of blew it up a little bit, and then Zach Cunningham came right in and cleaned it up, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, Sean Bradley's hurt. Patrick Johnson's hurt right now at linebacker. So Sean Cunningham's got a big chance. I mean, really, at the end of the day, look, Sean Cunningham ended up getting a big contract by the Tennessee Titans. Okay, he went to Tennessee, got a big contract, and then he ended up getting hurt. And then, he was a big cap casualty. He was a big player going into Tennessee. A couple years. He was a big player going into Tennessee. So, there might be something there with him if he can stay healthy. I mean, that's really been his only downfall is his health. Never mind him just being a vet, maybe his age, where he's fine. I feel like he can still play for a good amount of time, but he really showed a lot. He really put his stamp down a little bit. A young player in Nakobe and a big time vet and Zach Cunningham, kind of together. You know what I mean? I think that's a really nice compliment. I think they complement each other very well. And to see how this linebacker core kind of, maybe they add another piece. I don't know. We'll see down the road what happens. But yeah, it seems like, from my opinion, he's almost the favorite right now. Out of everybody, because we're just trying to find as much as we possibly can on these linebackers of, we know Nakobe Dean's going to have something to bring this year, but who is going to be that counterpiece? or the Will or the Sam or whatever they figure out by putting whoever, at linebacker. But, it's been a wait and see approach with this position. It's been like that the whole entire time. I think we know that. Same as safety. I think safety's almost been the same way, but obviously safety has a lot more promising bodies that are producing. Linebacker's just very you lost 2 guys. Now you're you don't know what's, you signed 2 vets and Miles Jack and Zach Cunningham. So you're trying to find out more about it. So yeah, I think Zach has had a really good preseason game for a guy that's only been here for not too long. Has been playing pretty well, and he's a vet. So, lastly, why isn't Devin Allen getting a shot on special teams? Special teams just so I don't know if Michael Clay's trying to piss everybody off or on purpose or you know what I mean? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Why is Devin Allen here? He's got no shot at being a wide receiver. He's got no shot. We saw some screen passes from him the other day, and he looked pretty good, to be honest. He was really fast. But is there anything else here? I already know that Britton Covey is the exact perfect type that we need to come back. And unfortunately, Quez Watkins is out. Receiver core-wise, that even could try to, contribute to special teams. Quez is out. Britton Covey's out. And Britton Covey, I guess is going to be our special teamer this year. Greg Ward, Zacchaeus was on punt return. They have Trey Sermon on kick return. Why? Why? What is Trey Sermon going to do on kick return? Zech McPhearson was on kick return. Why is he on kick return? It just annoyed the shit out of me. It really annoyed me. Every time I see special teams, I'm like, this is going to happen. We're going to have a big lead in the game, and we're going to end up, team's going to end up running the ball on us on special teams or something, or special teams mistake or something like that. It's all it's going to take. And Devin Allen signs a 3-year deal a couple years ago, and it's okay, they signed him Olympic hurdler, fast, and they don't do anything with him. Nothing. The Eagles can get a punt return and run only 2 yards, and Michael Clay's he claps his hands on the side like a freaking idiot. I'm just okay, this guy is just I don't take the emotions out of it. I don't care how close they are, if they're friends with him. I don't know what it is, but the guy sucks. Simple as that. And I'm very realistic when it comes to this team. And if something's bad, I'll tell you it's bad, because this is bad. Okay, this is not. No. I've never seen you're the third part of your game. And I understand that some of you guys probably don't give a crap, but we could lose games because of special teams. We could lose. It doesn't take much. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into a position this year where we're in a crucial situation. We back up a team into their end zone. We're down by 3 points, and there's 2 minutes left, and they're punting the ball, and we have Devontae Smith down on a punt return. And you know what I mean? That's really going to piss me off. I don't want to use a skill set player that has a starting job. It's already enough that Britton Covey doesn't even do anything else and is literally wasting a roster spot with just playing special teams. I don't get it. I don't get why you're putting a bruiser back on kick return. I don't like Boston Scott on kick return. And the least I'll take is Boston Scott on kick return, which I don't even like that. Get somebody off waivers. When we start cutting players and the whole league starts cutting players, there has got to be somebody off waivers that the Eagles can pick up. Because if they don't pick up anybody off waivers as a special teams guy, not one, then Michael Clay is literally just out of his mind, playing favorites, doesn't care. We've been down this road with Greg Ward on punt returns. He sucks. He doesn't have vision. He hesitates too much. Britton Covey got better. I would say Britton Covey, and I can't put too much on him because he was an undrafted free agent last year. Okay? I can't put too much on him, but I thought he did get better. But the blocking schemes have sucked. It's not all on Britton Covey. The blocking schemes have sucked. Our punters suck tremendously. T.Y. Zentner only averaged 40 yards a kick. He didn't kick one ball inside the 20-yard line. Sucks. Aaron Sipos is still here. Oh, God. God save me right now. Lord Jesus. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic about the special teams, but and Devin Allen especially, it's just, man, dude, it's bad. It's really bad. But I don't know. That's all the news I have today. I hope everyone's just, I don't know, trying to hold on to themselves right now. Well, let me know what you guys think about the McPhearson, injury. Who do you guys think is going to make? Who are going to be? How many corners do you think they're going to keep? That's number one. And let me know in the comment section below, like, who do you think will make it at cornerback? Who will be McPhearson's replacement? I'm like a big fan of Eli Ricks and really want him to do well. And even Mario Goodrich, I'm really a big fan of him too. But we'll see. What do you guys think of Sean Desai and what he did in the game? Just his play calling in general. I understand he doesn't have all his starters in. There are guys flip-flopping around for more competition. Zach Cunningham. Is he the best linebacker right now? And Devin Allen. Why isn't he getting more of an opportunity? I want to see Devin Allen on kick returns, bro. That man, with all the space in front of him, I think will do a really good job. I think they're missing a huge opportunity with him. Freaking huge, man, and they're wasting it. Michael Clay's a bum. Oh, my God. Just a bum. But shout out to Zech McPhearson. Hope you feel better, buddy. And prayers up for you and speedy recovery. And I know mentally he's probably feeling like garbage right now. And I get it. Trust me. But it is what it is. You guys have a great day. And I will see you guys on the next one. Shakes what up, follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.